Welcome back. We've entered the Siege era now in the Let's Play, of course. Now, as I mentioned in the special video where we pulled for Siege, we will be doing... Where is it? All the way over here. Siege story with Sarah around. Well, obviously, that's time permitting, so if she's got work to do, that takes precedence, obviously. But that doesn't mean we can't carry on with Genshin. We've got other things we need to do, namely the Fontaine Research Institute Chronicles. Indeed, and obviously got the Archon quest as well up here. Let's expand that. It's like Cold Case Commission. We shall see. But yeah, let's get the Fontaine Research Institute stagnating in the rubble done. With Siege here. Careful. She's a bit too happy with that. Anyway, we need to defeat all the enemies down here, apparently. Somewhere. But yeah, we are very much going Siege main, in case you're wondering. She is my main DPS now. Oh, indeed. Where is this, anyway? There you are. Alright, so. Didn't even get a chance to use Siege. There's no end to these stupid mecha. Look at all the elemental particles there. Oh, my lovely muscular legs are now full of these horrid welts and bruises. Thank you, friend. If it weren't for you, I'd still be taking a beating from those mecha. Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Desnos. Desnos, innit, mate? A member of the Fontaine Research Institute. Whoa! An assistant researcher, or so I used to be. Now I'm responsible for receiving the adventurers who come here for recruitment and conducting preliminary qualification reviews. Alright then. They're called preliminary qualification reviews, but it's more just me checking if they're carrying all the proper documents with them. No, the elemental particles! This is your fault, Desnos! So, you're looking for adventurers then? Yes, as you said, we've been asking the Adventurers Guild to recruit adventurers who can investigate and search the ruins of the Fontaine Research Institute. After all, nearly the entire institute was destroyed in the explosion, and we don't have a lot of manpower. This violates the institute's non-disclosure agreements and some other work regulations, of course, but technically only on paper. I think I've heard of this incident before. I remember someone named Edwin made a mistake and there was an explosion at the institute, right? Oh, so everyone knows, do they? Must have been some journalists from the Steambird with nothing better to do. Anyway, that's what happened, and that's what we're at now. In other words, you're looking for people who are good at searching for things in ruins. We're good at that. Do that quite a bit. Been doing that quite a bit recently to get enough pulls for Siege. I think I overdid it because, things went very well, as you saw in that Siege pull video. I can see that you're more confident than ordinary people, and I believe you got good reason for that kind of confidence. I'm glad you're interested in the commission. But if you really are planning to take it up, I'll have to ask you to fill out some simple forms. Is this the qualification review? Yes, your comprehension and attention are excellent, better than ones who came before you, anyway. What happened to the ones who came before me? Mate, like, where are they now? Sounds like a lot of work. We don't usually have to jump through all these hoops when we take a commission. Well, the commission concerns confidential items within the Fontaine Research Institute. The ruins contain scholarly papers and research results that must be retrieved. And these are assets of the Fontaine Research Institute, and they are the foundation for rebuilding the institute. Indeed, the hope of the entire court of Fontaine. Oh my. Only trustworthy, upright, elite adventurers may enter the ruins, and that's why we have to run a qualification review. It's also why I'm here to do the preliminary part of it. Oh, and how many elite adventurers have you recruited so far? It's either going to be loads and they've all disappeared, or zero. Oh, well, it's complicated. The ones I had high hopes for declined because they were in bad shape at the time. Anyway, at this point, we'll, Alright, well, we have none. Are your standards too high? How else would you end up not finding a single adventurer? These are the rules set by Mr. Toizul. We'll go with that. And I can't do anything about it. In fact, I have even helped many adventurers to polish up their documents. But even so, no adventurers have passed the review set by Mr. Choisul and Mr. Raimondo. Again, we'll go with that. But don't worry, you're already much better than the previous ones, so your chances of passing are certainly higher. Please sit here while I go get a few bottles of ink. We'll be filling out some forms. Oh joy! A few bottles? Is one not enough? Based on my experience, if you didn't bring any documents, the one bottle is definitely not enough. First, one proof of adventurer qualifications, 1 30-day record of travel history. Actually, I'm sure that the Adventurers Guild has these records. Don't worry. I'll write you an official letter to explain the situation, and we'll request said documents from the guild. But for the resume, you'll have to fill in your habitual residence, your contact address, contact information, your current name, names you used in the past, your pseudonyms, and aliases that you use when you want to conceal your identity. Alright then. Then you have to sign the good faith commitment, a notice of liability, a notice of obligation, and with Desno's help, you start filling out the forms. Alternating between hesitance and doubt, you use a bottle after bottle of ink, but the stack of forms also gradually shrinks. As you finish the last form, Desno smiles and you breathe a sigh of relief. Alright, for the second set of document, that's all the documents. Now you just need to go to the institute itself for the final review. Oh god, how long have I been here? It feels like a week. I was meant to be the one to take you there, but those stupid mecha injured my leg. Your muscular leg, you said, yes. It's okay. Just tell us where it is and we'll head on over there ourselves. Sounds good. I'll mark the location down on your map. Oh, and by the way, I suggest you head straight to the roof and talk to Mr. Naka. The institute sent him to work in the area. You can go talk with him. There are lots of clockwork mecha in the nearby wilds, so he's definitely going to need a formidable guard. Wait, we haven't passed your final review yet. Why are you assigning us work already? And there's no compensation either. You got to think about that money. Well, now just hear me out. Mr. Naka's a senior researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute, who once even did research under Edwin, so he's got some sway in the institute. If you were to get along well with him and incidentally demonstrate your capabilities to him to prove your worth, then you're going to have a much better chance of passing the review. So what you're saying is that we should help this Mr. Naka and thank him for the privilege while we're at it. Oh dear, oh dear. Precisely! You could tell him before arriving at the Fontaine Research Institute for the final review, Mr. Desnos has first tasked me with being your guard and ensuring your safety. Anyway, I won't hold you up any longer. You should be on the roof. I've still got to— Oh, my leg! The stupid mecha! Woe is me! My muscular leg is ruined. I believe you, mate. I believe you, yeah. Your leg looks fine, mate. You're lying to me. That's a name. Fontaine Research Institute Qualifications Review Director Representative Office. Jeez. But yeah, I didn't even get official in my rotation there. Like, never mind over to Sishmi. On the roof, he said, didn't he? Does this place even have a roof? You mean the top floor with the roof gone? Is that what you mean?
Don't slip and fall.
Don't slip and fall. Just don't do it. I've said this many times, Miss Crony. Crony, okay. Rebuilding the Fontaine Research Institute is our only goal right now. You've said the same thing 3 times now. I know all too well that when you guys start repeating things like robots, there's definitely something big that you're trying to hide. Think what you like. As for the numerous issues you mentioned earlier, I suggest you go talk to Mr. Raimondo. What, is he going to tell me all the things the Fontaine Research Institute is hiding? No, but his way of beating around the bush might be more sincere. Phew. Anyway, Miss Crony, I have my own business to attend to. The one next in line has been waiting for quite a while now. Hello, how can I help you? Are you Mr. Nakia? Yes, I am. Alright, how are you doing? You introduce yourselves to Naka and describe the final review situation. Upon mentioning Desnos, you remember what he last told you. Before formally arriving at the Fontaine Research Institute for the final review, Mr. Desnos has first tasked me with being your guard and ensuring your safety. I see. Thank you for replying, Mr. Tutica. And I suppose I must also thank Mr. Desnos' injured muscular leg. The wilds around here do pose many dangers, and having an adventurer capable of passing the preliminary qualification review by my side would be a lot safer. I can't act like I didn't hear that. What dangers are there exactly, if I may ask? According to these investigations, lots of arcum flew out of the Institute when it exploded. Will the uncontrolled arcum radiate energy? Will it contaminate the surrounding environment? Whoa. Wouldn't this entire area be contaminated then? I suddenly feel so much short of breath. That's just your imagination at work. After leaving its catalytic environment, arcum immediately returns to an inert state. It won't radiate or contaminate anything. It is apparent that Miss Crony's way of phrasing her concerns brought you unnecessary misunderstandings. Yes. Let me just catch my breath. Mr. Twitker, may I take another look at your documents? If you really wish to escort me, then we'll have to take something of a detour. I'm going to a few nearby places to review the technological assets of the Institute and nab some documents along the way. Nab some documents? Well, who is this lady next to you? Seems to be some kind of reporter? Maybe like an inspector? Some reporter, that's all. Indeed. That is what I am. It is a great honor to meet you, Mr. Tutica. I've heard your name from my colleagues many times before. I'm Crony, a journalist for the political affairs section of the Steambird. If you have time, could we arrange a time to have a chat? And of course, Miss Paimon is also welcome to join. I'm very interested in your adventures. Let me see, how does next Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday sound to you guys? Might be a bit busy. Even this Saturday could work. Got things to do. We could go for a cup of tea. Or how about right now? You guys stay here and chat, and I'll go about my work duties. That won't do. I've already reserved today's entire interview schedule for you. Sorry, Mr. Tutica, Paimon. We'll have to chat another time. It's a shame, I was really looking forward to that tea. That's okay, we got work to do today anyway. We need to escort Mr. Naka first. I must stress again that I am just an ordinary researcher now, and I have no further information to give you. Plus, we've also got tedious and meaningless work ahead of us. Even if you go ahead and interview me, you won't get any useful information from it. That won't be a problem, Mr. Naka. All work has its own unique value, and it's our job to uncover it. Don't worry about me. Suit yourself, then. Let's get going, Twitica. According to the schedule, there's a document we need to get at the Institute's executive office. Hopefully, Konya wasn't called up for some other work. So where's that, then? Look at her there, she's so adorable, like, boom! Right. Oh, down there. May as well go there first, then. Such nice music in this area.
Don't slip and fall.
Don't slip and fall, anyone. Because I find that funny with the run animation she's got. She almost slips and falls if you stop abruptly. It's adorable. It's adorable. What's going on here, then? This is it here. Hang on a second while I go find Miss Konya. Whoa, what's that place? A building floating in the air? We've never seen anything like that, have we? It's happened several times, Paimon. Paimon gets it. This must be one of those magical, I only want the second floor, just cut the first floor out buildings that you hear about in stories. The Fontaine Research Institute science is the finest in the world. It really is. What you're seeing now is the central laboratory of the Fontaine Research Institute. Or should I say, was the central laboratory. Mr. Edwin Eastinghouse was once within, trying to develop a field generator using arcum. Initial estimates indicated that the device could lift an entire block of buildings. My guess is that experiment didn't turn out so well. I mean, that would be sensible when considering the idea of if Fontaine was meant to flood, if you just elevate all the buildings, it wouldn't matter. The logic's there as to why they were looking into that, so yeah. Of course, had Mr. Edwin not left 2/3 of the Fontaine Research Institute in ashes, he would have been a shoo-in for the post of the next director. And today, the heavy responsibilities that belong to the post of director, including a lifelong stipend and private dwelling, must be borne by the likes of Choisul and Raimondo. Paimon wonders just what kind of people Raimondo and Choisul are. According to the evaluations of my peers, they are the type who can speak to you for an entire day without saying anything. I want to put that to the test. Really? You want to put that to the test? You want to find out? Yeah. So, it is exceedingly accurate to say that Mr. Chosul's talents are irreplaceable. Look, Twitika, the location of your final review is the former location of the Elaine Guillotine Research Institute. Elaine Guillotine, we know that name. And now the current residence of the Institute. Before the incident, weekly lectures were held there regarding critical projects. Of course, the old administrative functions are still in effect and can handle the final review. What's that plaza for? There are even seats around it. Is it an amphitheater of sorts? Ah, I have heard colleagues stationed at the Institute speak of this place. That is the sacred ground of Fontanians. The place where Fonta was born. Oh? Refreshing Fonta. A font of refreshment. That is the Fontaine Research Institute's academic assembly hall, and is dedicated to the purpose of displaying the fruits of our research, such as the combat-capable artificid dancers, the gramophone and turbine-powered glider, among others. Previous analyses of Institute assets show that of the items I mentioned previously, Fonta may be the only scientific achievement that remains legally profitable. I couldn't help but notice your wording contained a few baseless accusations. I'm glad you noticed. In that case, would you mind giving me your opinions on the ongoing criminal activity of selling off research materials from within the Institute? It is absolutely vile, and those involved in the matter ought to be arrested in accordance with the law. Why do I get the feeling Naka's gonna be the one who's selling this stuff? I mean, he's after these documents, right? Well then, how do those with access to the Institute's technical assets and the capability to commit such a crime, who do you believe it was exactly? Could it be possible that it was a criminal? Oh. Twitka, let's keep moving. I need to go to a file storage room first and retrieve a survey anchor, which we can use to monitor the strength of the energy flows. It's not far. Let's go. So what's going on with these two then? That's the question. Oh, really, it's not far. Let's go from here. And glide on down with Sigeween, who I changed the wings. Here on the glider. I'm very, very, very close to maxing out my reputation with Fontaine now, so I will change them over to that when I get them. I think I only like 20 rep, which I might get from this quest. Might. I don't know if it actually gives any. Probably does. Mr. Naka, you've finally come. We came across a little hiccup on the way. Never mind that. Have you retrieved the survey anchor yet? I was just about to bring that up with you. I don't know if it was due to the explosion, but the supporting tools that were kept here are all damaged. You should know, if you don't use the proper tools to retrieve the anchors, you will be subjected to being struck by high-intensity Arceum energy flows. Oh, intense energy flow from the Arceum. Got it. Thought it was inert. Huh? What I just said was just... I didn't... Relax, sweetie. You were merely speaking the truth. It's not like you offended anyone. What Miss Chalmers said was indeed the truth. I hope that I can say the same for what you shall write. Whenever the truth is placed right before me, I never pretend that it's not there. That would be a mistake. Is that so? Well, it takes only the slightest bit of effort to fixate on something, but it always takes more brainpower to avert your gaze from it. It's clearly they're not having an argument with each other, but why does Paimon still feel like the vibe is even scarier than if it were? Let's deal with the survey anchor first, shall we? You're right. Miss Chalmers. Let's go examine the anchor. Okay then. Let's say the area where it's located is still blocked. I'll go ahead and open those ports and unblock it. You can see Paimon's effects through the wall there. Twitka. As I recall, you were an adventurer who came for the recruitment, yes? Well, when assisting our institute in its work, you'll sometimes be required to carry out certain precise operations. I'd like to see your practical capabilities first. Could you please go and help Miss Chalmers operate the energy transfer terminal to clear the area where the survey anchor is of obstructions? I guess I could. One thing she's heard of this story somewhere before is something like your test began the moment you set foot in this area. You could say that. If you pass the final review, then we'll do a detailed competency assessment for you. After all, everybody excels at different things, and the work they can take on also differs. And so their compensation will differ as well. I mean, that's kind of fair, to be honest, isn't it? How very blunt of you, but you're not wrong. Oh, then we've got to show them our worth, Twitika. Just treat this as an early assessment. Miss Chalmers is over there. She'll explain to you how to operate the terminal. Please follow her instructions and unblock the area as soon as you can. I'll be watching you from the side. Alright, where are we going? Where are we going? Operate the terminal. Bob. Ooh. Hello. The cipher letter. So... Ooh, something in the middle there.
You only get one body, so you gotta take care of it. But it's just as important to take care of your mind.
It really is, it really is. Hold on, where's the power coming from? That's the thing, it's like, where am I getting the power for that? Maybe I do speak to you then. Hello! Mr. Naka has already told me that you're here to learn how to operate the energy transfer terminal, is that right? I've written the operating instructions down for you. Feel free to take a look at them. Well, I know how they work. I'm just wanting to know where the power one is. Good luck with your assessment. So it's like, okay, we activate that. Where's the power, though? Oh, there it is. Right there. Because now we can activate the door. There we go. So I knew what to do, I just didn't see it for some reason. Excellent work. The lock has been opened. Your abilities to quickly grasp the mechanics and execute are both outstanding, and your value far exceeds the vast majority of those who participate in experiments. I will truthfully report your performance as such. So, what's next? Oh, whoa! Miss Crony, what's got into you? What? I suddenly feel like I'm gonna throw up. Miss Crony, please drink this medicine. Exposed survey anchors radiate with arcum energy traces, and the place we are in now has been affected somewhat. Hey, hold on. However, this energy level won't leave permanent adverse effects on the body. Just take this medicine and you'll be fine. Well, it tastes terrible. Forget it, I guess this is also a kind of first-hand experience. Twitka, these 2 bottles are for the 2 of you. Please drink them quickly. Thanks, but I'm not feeling any discomfort at all. Paimon neither. Really? That's really quite interesting. It is completely at odds with the results of the applications of Arceum Risk Report 3rd edition. We all should have been affected by the same amount of Arceum energy. We're constantly journeying over mountains and seas. We're way stronger than the people you've got working here. Alright, Paimon, calm down. He's not insulting you. He's just observing the results here, and he finds them interesting. Correction. You can now assume that all the Fontaine Research Institute staff are now working out in the open beneath the sun and stars. Your report might consider mentioning the difficult work conditions we are enduring, Miss Crony. I've been wronged without having been notified in advance. The Steambird won't just let this go. Putting this all aside, you clearly have an extremely strong, innate tolerance of the energy flow, Twitika. If so, you are certainly the best candidate to assist the Institute, without question. Please approach the storage room and report any dizziness, nausea, itchiness, or any other discomfort you feel during the process. Hold on there. Are you using Twitika as a guinea pig, without fulfilling your obligation to inform him of the risks first? He basically just told me the risks. It's clearly stated in the Institute, abbreviated, Externally Contracted Employment Agreement Appendix C41, which he signed. Prior to being officially employed, the applicant shall be subjected to a harmless Arceum energy flow tolerance test, and the Institute has the right to terminate the contract based upon the results of said test. Who the heck reads all that? You chose not to exercise your right to read the text, but each document was clearly marked. Please sign your name after carefully reading the document and making sure there are no mistakes. However, seeing as you seem completely unaffected by the energy flow, I believe you may just be the person we're looking for. In any case, let's get down to business. To take 3 steps towards the storage room, then hold still for 30 seconds. 3. You follow Naka's series of complicated instructions. I'm going in. I'm in. It's gloomy in here. There's no lights. We've gone this far, but Paimon still doesn't feel anything. Do you feel any discomfort? My head. It feels like it's gonna explode. Huh? What's wrong? Twitika, you alright? Oh, okay, that was good acting. You nearly fooled Paimon there. Sheesh, but... that's a relief then. Paimon was worrying about how she'd carry you out of here if you were to suddenly pass out. Just get someone from upstairs. They'd be okay because they've taken the medicine. Although we've come all this way, we can't see Naka or the others anymore. It doesn't seem like we can hear them either. What do we do next? Paimon knows. Maybe they'll chuck some sort of box in here and communicate with us through that. That would be quite handy. I'll find out soon enough. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of cool gadgets they might use to communicate with us. Twitika, can you hear me? Oh, so they rely on the technology of shouting really loud. Shh! What are you doing? Stop jerking around at a time like this. We can hear you. Do you guys feel any discomfort? Everything's good? Although one of my arms has started to melt. Is that normal? That's great. Please continue on to the survey anchor. You should be able to see it now. Once you retrieve it, it will temporarily fall into a dormant state and stop radiating energy, and then we'll be able to come in. Be careful. If you feel uncomfortable, then we'll get out of here. Alright, get the box, but obviously get the chest first, yeah.
Don't smile too much, or your face will get tired.
I'm worried my face will fall off in this place with all these energies going around. Who knows what we're being exposed to? You actually managed to retrieve the survey anchor without any instruments? Like it was nothing? That's amazing. The last time, we needed at least 3 of us acting together to retrieve an anchor. I'm most certain that you're exactly the talent we've been looking for. With your help, all of our work is going to go much more smoothly. Alright, I'll keep it for now. Let's leave this place and report back to the Institute post-haste. Hang on, where's Miss Crony? Paimon doesn't see her anywhere. She was feeling nauseous, so she stayed up there to rest. But don't worry, she's already taken her medicine. She just needs a little time. I'm here. Huh? Miss Crony? What are you doing here? A bunch of mecha monsters suddenly showed up outside. They're on my heels, about to storm in. Well, thank you for that. Look out, Twitter. Over there. Over where? Over there.
Strike a pop! Trip on them! By royal decree!
Indeed.
Hold still, he might...
Oh, come on! Why are we looking at that? Oh. Probably because I was doing the burst. Phew, luckily Twitico was here. Whoa! Alright then. Just seems very strange. These were probably the clockwork mecha that the Institute used before to monitor the energy flow, as they're equipped with Arceum energy flow monitoring devices. Although they're now out of control, they still automatically converged here upon detecting the energy flow from Arceum. Mr. Naka, should the Fontaine Research Institute be held accountable for these out-of-control mecha in the wilds? I don't object to that at all. They should be held accountable. Oh? If you truly have a way to have those buried in the ground rise up and speak again. Also, I sincerely suggest that you stay here and rest, Miss Crony. Miss Choisul and Raymondo are at the Institute's new site, and they aren't going anywhere. Once you're feeling better, then you can go and interview them. Yeah, you felt so sick that you could barely even stand. Don't push yourself too hard. Your health is essential. Plus, Siegebean's here. She could help you out with that regard. Make sure you're okay. Good bed rest, that sort of thing. No, I can't. Interviewing Choisul is the first step, not the beginning. That's why I'm following Mr. Naka around. I want to experience everything firsthand and get tangible evidence. I have to question Choisul with evidence in hand. That way he won't be able to beat around the bush like last time. And lo and behold, I have now personally experienced this so-called harmless Arceum energy flow, no? Once I get to the Fontaine Research Institute, I'm definitely going to uncover all of the hidden truths. I truly admire your professionalism, Miss Crony, but are you sure you'll be able to make it the rest of the way there? Don't worry, I'll be right behind you guys. I'm a reporter after all. Behind us? That's a bit worrying. Right, go to the next location. It's down here. Probably easier to go from there. We're here. Marianne Memorial Park. Marianne Memorial Park. Interesting. I'm trying to read what they're saying there. I was wondering what the ardent calibration was, but it's one of the dailies, isn't it? Don't really need them, do we? Don't need them. Right, so let's get these things over here. Recover the assets. Is that it, or? I mean, I'll have that, you know. Is there more? Is there anything over here, or is that... Oh no, that is something. I was wondering if it was some kind of reflection or something. Okay. Oh, there's more up here.
Don't slip and fall.
Don't slip and fall, people. It would be quite bad for you. You could scuff your knees. You don't want to do that. Assuming I destroy it. There we go. There we go. Alright. There seems to really not be anything of value here. It's time to move on. A researcher who once worked together with Edwin Eastinghouse is now kicking storage drums around in a junk heap. Meanwhile, the Fontaine Research Institute still complains about being short-handed. The way these researchers go about things is truly unfathomable. Everybody's worth is reflected in different ways, and kicking storage drums is my way of doing so these days. But I've heard that prior to Edwin's big screw-up, you had quite some sway in the Institute. Some might even say that you were second only to Edwin himself. Huh? You were that powerful? That no longer means anything. Now I'm merely someone who was fortunate enough to survive this project. I'm one of the culprits who turned the central laboratory into what it is today. This is the only information I can offer you, Miss Crony. Well, I believe that was plenty. Let me write that down. Where are my pen and notebook? My whole bag disappeared. Put it right next to a strange-looking mecha just right now. Where did they go? You mean the one behind you? Huh? Alright. Help! Oh dear.
Shower me with the... Ha! Calm down.
Calm down, people, calm down. Alright, where are we going? To the Fontaine Research Institute, which is all the way over there. Right. Isn't there usually people in the middle? It feels a bit empty. I might be misremembering. That's the only thing. Raimondo. Nothing could go wrong here, right? Everything is running according to the set orbit, Choisul. Round and round it goes without any errors. Error-free everything might be, but I'm just worried about getting dizzy. Mr. Choisul, Mr. Raimondo. Ah, Naka. It's great to see you. Have you taken care of those survey anchors? I trust that you've done as you always have. Complete your tasks to perfection? I have. Allow me to give you a brief report. With Twitika's assistance, the anchor was successfully retrieved without any equipment. That's unbelievable. You were able to retrieve one without the use of any instruments. Goodness. Thank heavens. The entire institute right now only has 3 complete sets of such equipment, and I was honestly worried as to how we might retrieve the anchors as soon as possible. I didn't really do anything special, just walked in there. I mean, it's nothing compared to other things I've been through. Is there any critical data in the anchor, Mr. Choisul? Of course not. Of course not. Some insignificant data, Miss Crony. I agree with you. After all, there's no way for insignificant data to radiate with harmful arcum energy flows, is there? Energy flow? I mean, of course, it's necessary and must exist as a technological means of preserving the, What I'd really like to know is why the Fontaine Research Institute will place these survey anchors to monitor the arcum energy flow after the explosion. Certainly, obviously these survey anchors are used for monitoring, Miss Crony talks so fast like a dendro slime on fire. Allow me to be more specific. How exactly is the Fontaine Research Institute planning to deal with this explosion? Yes, I was just about to answer that question. You weren't asked it until now. This was an excellent question to ask, as many people are concerned about it. Miss Crony, I'm so delighted that you've come to visit again. I must stress on behalf of Mr. Choisul that the Institute has never changed its solution to the explosion. Once we have recovered all of the retrievable research assets at the old site, we will demolish the old central laboratory and do our best to restore the area's natural environment to its original state. By the central laboratory, you mean that building floating up in the air? How are you going to demolish a building like that? Blow it up, just like before? Of course we shan't be using such crude and simple solutions. This demolition will utilize our newly researched experimental field generator. This device can deactivate the gravity-altering field that surrounds the Institute's ruins and land them on the ground safely. Oh, don't make them disappear like you did the tower. I like the big cubes in the sky. But wasn't this device also within said ruins? And wasn't it also a work of Edwin Eastinghouse that used arcum as its energy source? So based on what you're saying, the Fontaine Research Institute is still unwilling to give up this harmless arcum project, yes? I think they're not giving it up so easily. You've been keeping up with what she's saying? No, I'm just repeated her last sentence. Hey, have you been doing this to pretend that you understand what's going on? Anyways, the Fontaine Research Institute is still trying to do dangerous stuff in dangerous ways, right? Pretty much. A great summary, Miss Paimon. If we're discussing uncontrolled risks, well, even walking on a road may be dangerous. Also, you should note that the energy source we're using is completely new and stable tri-state archium. How does that differ from normal archium? Well, it's tri-state. There you go. That's all you need, right? Does the new word in front of it mean anything? This to me seems like a purely rhetorical maneuver. I'm sure Miss Joyceul would be happy to have an in-depth conversation with you about grammar, but I've left Mr. Naka hanging for too long. And really, that's just impolite. Mr. Naka, I trust that you've done everything that I've asked. With Twitika's help, everything couldn't have gone any better. Is this an adventurer who came for recruitment? And Naka recounts Raymondo everything that happened, empathizing the amazing talent you displayed when retrieving the survey anchor. Well, of course. He also briefly touches on Crony's ironclad professionalism, as well as the severe vomiting reaction she had. From the joking look on Naka's face, there seemed to be no ill intent in his jest about the committed reporter, or so you assume. That is rare. Extremely rare. I'm delighted that you're applying for work at the Institute, Twitika. After hundreds of years of bad luck, we're finally catching a break. I'm confident that you'll be of great help to us. Here are the documents assigned. Leave them over there. Don't worry about them. Huh? Are you gonna take a look at them? We spent ages on them. And Mr. Desnos also took them very seriously. These documents definitely have their uses. They certainly help us weed idiots out, at least. As for you, however, I believe that your good qualities go far beyond what they can summarize. So let's leave them alone for now. So are you saying we passed the review? Without a doubt, yes. I will personally prepare the contract and notice that you will need to sign for follow-up work. Until then, Mr. Naka? Yes. While Miss Crony appears to be having a discussion about energy safety with Mr. Joyceul, how about you take Twitika to retrieve the last 2 survey anchors? The energy flow control operations are nearing completion. All that's left is to compile the data. Well, at least it's under control. Are you guys heading somewhere else? I'll come along too. This reporter lady sure has pretty good ears. You'd have to be if you're a reporter, right? Right, so get the remaining anchors. Okay. Go with that one first then. There we go. Oh, indeed. And I've been here before. Oh. Yeah, I remember coming here before when I was getting loads of stuff ready, for Siege Mean, like I said. And it's very much a case of, there's a door down below, I can't get inside. So I'm assuming that's part of this quest now. Oh, now you come here! Terrible. Terrible. Give me stuff. Thank you. Yes, I'm assuming it's down here. Who indeed? There should be a survey anchor here too. I'll open the door and leave the recovery to you, Twitika. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, hello.
Yoo-hoo! Over here! Step on! By royal decree!
Right, where are we looking? Where are we looking? We got that there. Go with this one first, see where this takes us. Need... hello. What's going on over here? It's gonna take forever if I do it that way.
Over here!
I see. Let's go get you up here. Get the, which one is it? Oh, Usa. There we go, powered you up. Cute. So that would be the best one, really, wouldn't it? So now we can look at you. Down we go. Boom! We're in. There we go. I knew that was going to happen.
Strike a pose! Surprise!
Hey, there's a chest there? Oh, yeah.
Hold still. I swear, it's for medical research.
Stop dying too quickly. It's terrible.
A very nice treasure for a very lovely person.
Oh. 59, everyone. 59. Right, to the dormitories, which are there. Very well. We're flying. Okay. Hello.
Shower me with pep. Zip on up. Over here. Calm down.
I expected that to be something there, but alright. Where are we looking then? Where are we looking and how are we getting in? Ahaha. Is this where researchers spent their downtime? Is this even humane? Has the Fontaine Research Institute ever considered making renovating this place a priority? There should be a survey anchor here. Just like Miss Crony implied, this place needs renovation, and the power supply here is very limited, or perhaps I should say there's a complete shortage. While I'm answering Miss Crony's questions, I'll leave the job of recovering the survey anchor to you, Whittaker. Oh, thank you so much. Get them while I'm here. Don't slip and fall! Careful! Okay, what we got? What we got? Oh, hello. Done? Have I done this bit before? Is that what's going on there? It's like, oh, we're just there. Like, okay. Yeah, I'm assuming I've done that bit before. Right, so we want to go back to the Institute now. Hello! Mr. Raimondo, the survey anchors have all been retrieved. Looks like we've really got the right person for the job this time. Put them over here. Someone will come and handle them. Now let's get down to business. Come over here, please, Whittaker. There are some documents you'll need to sign. They're so thick. Why are there so many documents? Because no matter how one looks at it, escorting a researcher into the ruins of the Fontaine Research Institute and then landing said ruins shall be no small matter. And since it is such an important matter, it's only natural for us to explain every detail to the one carrying out the work. Who am I escorting? Well, that would be Mr. Knacker, of course. Across the entire institute, there's no one better suited than him to deal with the central laboratory ruins. I request that I accompany Mr. Knacker. What? I think, this is a terrific proposal. Josul, did you forget what we mentioned when we came up with the plan? We must keep the public informed about the rebuilding of the Institute with the utmost transparency. That's right. The new Fontaine Research Institute has nothing to hide. Edwin made some mistakes, but we're past that now. Please go report on it. Yep. Go to the ruins of the Institute and see the mistakes Edwin Eastinghouse made. Looking back again, the Institute now is just what we've been working toward, the cause we stand for. But allow me to empathize once again that... Here we go again, Paimon's about to fall asleep. Truly admire how much you guys have to say. Maybe you should call me after you're done talking. Yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with us. This is a good time for a break anyway. No, this is important business, so please come this way. Oh, really? Under Raimondo's guidance, you signed many complicated forms. Thanks to your prior experience, you finished signing them before you know it. This time. Alright, that should be all of them. Thank you, Tritica. It's only been 3 weeks, but you got them done. You are now an externally contracted assistant researcher for the Fontaine Research Institute. What about Paimon? Does Paimon get any title? You're my important assistant, Paimon. Assistant? Oh, that just doesn't sound cool. Terrible. Don't worry, assistants play an absolutely critical role within the Institute. But let us get back to business, shall we? Things right now in the Institute are rather complicated. The matters you'll be dealing with are also urgent, so I won't keep you for much longer. While you're on the way, Mr. Naka will inform you of some things to note, as well as what you will actually need to do. The rest is up to you now. A lot rests on your shoulders, Mr. Naka. Oh, then please follow me, Twitka. We must get to the ruins. Sure thing. Don't forget me. Yes, and you. How could I possibly forget you? Alright, chill. Alright, so go to the ruins of the Fontaine Research Institute. Which, are right there. We'll go up onto them. I'm assuming we're heading here eventually, because that seems to be the thing that caused the entire problem. The explosion. But, you know, I've already been up here, so...
Don't slip and fall!
Don't slip and fall. Whoa! Oh. Why did she take no damage? Huh. Oh, hello. I found something I haven't done. Well, I'm gonna do it. Bubbles. I'm still in shock, like she didn't take any damage when she hit the ledge. It's like, huh? Right, steady. There we go in here. There we go. Oh, it's just a common chest.
A very nice treasure for a very lovely person.
Indeed. Alright, so we want to go down here. Come on, Twitka, Miss Crony, this way. So you mean we're going to delve into this patch of water? That's right. With the help of this allogravity condensed water, we can ascend the ruins of the Institute safely and efficiently. If you don't wish to do it that way, you may also go to the opposite bank and glide in from the highest mountain using a wind glider. Forget it, I'm not that good at using a wind glider. And I'm not really used to heights either. Very well, now I'll go over a few things to keep in mind when it comes to allogravity condensed water. Naka details considerations when making use of said allogravity condensed water. So in a nutshell, it's the same as when swimming or diving. Diving in midair will be quite a novelty. In that case, please do enjoy experiencing it for yourselves. Is everybody ready? Miss Crony, you can still back out now if you'd like and simply wait here for us to return. Reporters never back down. I'll be right behind you guys. I'll try to anyway. Alright then, if you insist, let us get going now. Alright, so go to the ruins, so it's up. So let's see if there. Right, so you want me to go over there? Hello, mate. What is this large plate? That's the experimental field generator that Mr. Edwin developed. Huh? Didn't it already blow up? Looks perfectly fine now. The thing that exploded wasn't this machine, but the Arceum ore that powers its core driver, the Arceum kinetic core. This thing, will it suddenly start moving by itself? Relax, this big guy can't move now that it's lost its power supply. It's gonna start moving. But didn't Raymondo say that we needed to use it to make the runes descend? If it can't move, only a part of it will be activated. The tri-state Arceum can only support its operation at half speed, but that should be enough to relieve the abnormal gravity state the central laboratory ruins are in. Paimon doesn't understand that at all. What do you need us to do? Please follow me. The place where we need to work is in the back. Miss Coroni, please stay here. Some areas in the back contain Institute secrets, and you're not allowed to have any exposure to them. I can see that back of yours from here. What secrets could be hidden inside? I have no idea either. That's why you're definitely not allowed inside. What nonsense! Anyway, please wait here. If you take photos randomly, you might capture something related to Institute secrets. For example, the formula for the sugar-free berry-flavored Fanta. This new Fanta product is quite important to the Institute. If you leak any information of it to the outside world, you'll need to undergo a 1-month confidential investigation and must report to the Maison Gestion at the Palais Mimonia 3 times every day and be questioned. Of course, you'll need to stop your journalistic work. Don't worry, even if I get taken away by the Palais Mimonia for questioning, it will only be because I've uncovered the secret you're hiding. I won't let myself be forced to stop working for a reason as absurd as leaking some Fanta formula. I admire your work ethic. I hope everything goes well with your photo taking. Tutka, let's go. There's still work for us to do. This thing's gonna activate. I'm sure it's gonna activate. I mean, look at it. Something's gonna happen. Clearly. Yeah, so we're after this big thing. Clearly.
Don't slip and fall.
Don't slip and fall.
Strike a pop. Step on up.
Stuff just doesn't have enough health anymore. Sometimes I really don't get why the Institute had to design the support clockwork mecha to look like humans. Just from the perspective of supporting research, hands and feet are far worse than tracking and multifunctional clockwork mecha apertures. Alright. What's this rock anyway? Big one. Over there. That one there, look. Oh, this is the Arceum that supplies energy to the experimental field generator. So if we took it out, the whole place would just collapse? Isn't that bad because we're standing on it? I mean, we got gliders, right? What restrains it is the energy supply device created by Mr. Edwin. See this here? This circuit connects to the generator. Of all the inert Arceum we found, this one was the best in terms of purity and stability. And then boom, it went. That came down to Mr. Edwin. I trust that this wasn't the cause, or at least it shouldn't take the blame. Oh, it's not gonna blow up again, is it? When that happens, I'm gonna need you to take us to the skies, Paimon. Paimon doesn't have super strength, but if it really does blow up, then Paimon could give it a shot. Don't worry. Now that Mr. Edwin's not around, we're completely safe. Why would it be because of him? Alright, I'm about to use Raymondo's catalyst to transform this Arceum into Tri-State Arceum and activate the big fellow outside. Then these ruins should be able to safely land on the ground. Tutka, could you please help me take some photos in the area? I need to use them as evidence for my work record. Didn't you just say taking photos wasn't allowed? Yeah, but we've been given permission. It's fine. These will be used for reference in the Institute and won't be disturbed. Unless you secretly keep a few for yourself, which I trust you won't do. All right. And when you're taking photos, please look for Miss Crony while doing so. I've got no idea where she's run off to or where she's hiding. Really don't want to start the generator only to suddenly find a lady tossed into midair. Yeah, it wouldn't be nice, would it? I'll take a photo. Boom! Is that it? Oh, fine, Crony. Let's use the waypoint to get back over there quickly. How goes it over here? Everything good? How suspicious. Hi, Miss Crony! Oh, Tutka, you gave me a fright. Are you able to walk around without making any noise? You were just too focused. Speaking of it, You followed us all the way here. Have you managed to find anything? Not really. Since Mr. Necker said all that, I don't really want to get into trouble. In the end, all I could take pictures of were these dilapidated houses, broken rocks, and a motionless machine. Motionless for now. I bet I would be able to take photos of a big scoop if I could fly in the air just like you can, Paimon. I'd be a reporter if you can fly. I was born to do this. It's the reason I exist. I, too, am very sure of that, Miss Crony. What? You're also able to walk without making any noise? Is this a new technology the Institute developed? Unfortunately, we don't teach walking courses. I've already completed all the preparations in any case. Tutka, please take Miss Crony back to the Institute. Once the experimental field generator is activated, it will rapidly change the gravity in the surrounding area. I've been through professional training, and I know what to do in this situation. For your safety, it would be best if you stay away from here. And how are you gonna get down? You don't need to worry about me. Mr. Edwin taught me how to use the generator personally. Don't like the sounds of this. You are coming back, right? No one in the Institute can control this big guy as freely as I can. Not even Raymondo. Guess we'll have to leave it to a professional then. Be careful. Go now. We'll meet again on the surface. We're not having a big fight with the big machine? Really? But that felt like we were gonna have a big fight. It's gonna get activated and be like, oh no! It's going haywire! Take it out! Something like that, you know. But no. Nope. Tutka, you're back. How's the work coming along? Everything's going swimmingly, apparently. There are still some finishing touches that ought to be left to professional. Yeah, that's the one. So Mr. Necker is still up there. I feel like I haven't really contributed that much. Don't say that. You're our safety rope. Without you, dear Tutka, how could we have dared let Mr. Necker go up there by himself? It could be said that the trip was a brilliant success. There were other benefits as well. Miss Crony's managed to photograph some thought-provoking images she would like to ask me about. A few of those pictures should prove even more interesting for Mr. Necker. Let's not talk about that for now. Come, let us take a photo together. Monsieur Choiseul will also need to present you with a certificate and an honorary title. Oh! What about Paimon? Paimon will also get a promotion from assistant, right? Seeing as you're Twitka's companion, then I guess you could join him in on the photo. As for the title, so there's no honorary title for Paimon then. Ah, well. Honorary titles must remain limited in quantity and stay relatively rare, otherwise how would we get sponsors and support through awarding them? I still find Paimon's title funny though. Assistant to the externally contracted assistant researcher. Feels like it's a reference to The Office. Yeah, assistant to the assistant. Yeah. Alright then. Then allow me to award Paimon. A super awesome title. Hey, just what kind of nonsense titles are those? Oh, I was meant to go through them all. Oh well. We're already best buddies. Paimon doesn't need a title for that. You better make Twitka's really awesome. Of course. This honorary title is of highest standing. Besides, haven't you also been promoted to assistant to the honorary senior researcher? Come on, let's get that photo taken. An assistant's still an assistant, no matter how many words you put after it. Alright, let's take the photo. This is an occasion to remember. Monsieur Choiseul, you're... Oh, looks like he's having a nice conversation with Miss Crony. Hence, this operation is a stepping stone to rebuilding the Institute. We can do it, and it is our duty to do so, as it has always been. As for the former site of the Institute, we will keep it preserved forever and rebuild it as the Fontaine Research Institute Safety Education Center. I think I've just about had enough. I'm certain that everybody has benefited from your speech, Monsieur. Chosu. But now's the time to take a photo together with Twitika, wouldn't you say? Yes, of course. We must take a photo and mark the occasion with our dear honorary senior researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute. Please give us a second, Miss Crony. This shouldn't take long. Oh, don't worry. It's not like the things you said just now weren't all cliches anyway. Weren't you guys going to take a photo together? I just so happen to have a camera with me. Please go and stand in position. I traveled a long way to get here, so please at least make it worth the trip, okay? Alright. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Was that an explosion just now? It's that one. We're just taking a photo together. Is such a ceremonious greeting necessary? I don't believe that was an explosion. All things considered, it was probably a controllable... That was an explosion! Paimon was nearly blown away just now. If not, what else could it have been? Mr. Choiseul, could you please explain this to us? Was this something that you had anticipated? I must say you asked a very good question, a very excellent one, as many people are wondering the same thing. The color of the bodies of water. Could it be the condenser components are already in? Wait, Neka hasn't come down yet. You're right, he hasn't returned yet. Let's not delay, Twitika. We need to go now. Wait, I want to go too. The truth behind this explosion. Please do not act rashly, Miss Reporter. If you dip one of your toes into that water, you'll be saying goodbye to this world within a minute. Don't scare me. Would you please just stay here? Twitika, according to your previous experience, the energy flow that remains in these bodies of water shouldn't affect you too much. Please, get to the ruins as quickly as you can. I'll find my own way up, and I'll meet you there. Your own way? But yeah, they've changed color, alright. I have my ways. After the explosion, I was among one of the first up there to conduct disaster investigation and evaluation. Things at the time were much more complicated than they are now. Anyway, enough talk. Let's get moving. Hopefully Mr. Naka won't meet the same fate that Edwin did. What happened? The purple and like a lighter blue. Even on the map they're different colors now. What? Oh, this is different. And it's emitting an ominous noise. Oh, this is not good. Defeat all the malfunctioning mecha. Okay.
Over here. Ah! He might feel a little prick.
Right, heal it! Heal it! Heal it! It didn't work. It looks like the Arceum overloaded. And that the cooling mechanism is also damaged. Neka, what have you done here exactly? This was my fault. I didn't think that Neka would still be unsatisfied despite all the benefits I gave him. Eh? Benefit? Wait a second. Why are you looking at me like that? Did he say anything to you? You tell Raymondo of your encounters with Neka and his attitudes towards various matters. Sweet talk. Did he tell you guys then that it was people like him, Edwin's successors, who are reaping the benefits of this mess by stealing all kinds of information and selling it for a fortune? You guys are telling completely different stories. Paimon doesn't know who to believe anymore. If only we were here, then we could find out the truth. Paimon doesn't see him at all, though. If he's not here, where could he have gone? Maybe he successfully escaped? I don't think he was killed at the very least. I'll explain why later. For now, though, we must stabilize this Arkham as quickly as we can. The suppression system is shut down, and the ore is presently in an excited state. This is what caused the explosion. What caused the explosion? But this big rock doesn't look blown up at all. I don't understand. Alright, I agree that this is indeed quite difficult to understand. I'll explain it in simpler terms for you. I guess I have no choice now. The experimental field generator that Edwin created is extremely powerful and can manipulate gravity. This I believe you know already. I was going to say, like, yeah, I know that. Obviously, the floating cubes. After the explosion, all the Archium in the Institute shattered into fragments. Among these fragments, many of them could have turned into an excited state and triggered an explosion at any time. With the use of gravity fields, they were all restrained and gathered beneath our feet. That explosion just before was a small one, caused by a small part of Archium in the ruins that was affected by energy flow. I guess you could call it a minor rehearsal of a third great explosion. Then this ruin is super huge, ready to explode piece of Arkham. So you guys did all this, not because you wanted to retrieve assets, because you were scared this place would explode again? That's just one of the objectives of this operation. But right now, our priority is to retrieve the condensing components that fell into the water and restart the suppression device. There's also Archium inside those components, and the intense energy flow has likely caused unpredictable changes to the water bodies. Forgive me, but I'm really not capable of retrieving them and installing them back on the inhibitor. Only you are capable of doing this, Twitter. Please, for the court of Fontaine, and since it's urgent, I'll just get the job done first. But once this is all over, you better explain everything clearly. If all goes well, I will tell you everything I know. Oh dear. It's not gone well at all. So, where are we looking? Ah, all of those. Can we go from there? What level is that at? That's above me now. Okay, so we just need to get to the purple ones. Alright, so it probably is best traveling from... I mean, can I get to that one from here? How easy is that? Like, where is it? I thought a bird was just floating in midair then. So, what's the best way of getting to these 4 locations? Probably feels like just going from here. Though I suppose I could follow that down. That'd be a way of doing it, wouldn't it? That's probably how you're meant to do it. Be nice if you could slide all the way down. But no. But no. Why is there a bubble?
Hold still.
The bubble's moved. Huh? Huh? Where is that going? Where is that going? I'm just missing it there. Down there? Something I like about Siege Queen's bow shots, though, is like if you look at Fischl, for instance, like if you hold it and shoot it, you see how it's just like, it's purple? It's just a purple streak. But you look at Siege Queen's, it's blue with a pink trail on the back. It's cute. I mean, that's near where I am now, so... Where? Okay. Was I meant to do that then? Is that my way in? Just like, I'm not sure where the edges are properly. Oh, hello, found you. Okay. Ah, it's blue again. Oh, blue again. Right. So yeah, we want to see the others now. So we were meant to do that. Obviously we were meant to follow it around, but you know. I was too curious to see what would happen if I kept doing that. Are we seriously not fighting this big guy? We gotta be fighting this big guy, right? Feels like where it's going. Yeah, because there's a bubble again. There's a chest there, I just noticed. I thought I got pretty much everything. Like, all the obvious ones, but clearly there's some I missed. Clearly. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going? Like I did the bubble. Huh? Where? Ah. So, where are you? Oh, hello. Would be water-based, wouldn't you? You just would. I mean, there's no point doing that. Why'd I do that?
Surprise! Cue the spotlight!
Ah! Don't want that. Don't want that happening. Go back here. Like you can still see the damage ticking away. Get down there and they'll be dead. Maybe. Nearly. Nearly, actually. Yeah, that chest down there. Gotta remember that's there. Did it again. There's force of habit.
Let the magic begin!
Ah! The ground disappeared.
Surprise!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Be amazed!
How about you, sir? Right, is it gonna disappear again? Ah! Very off-putting. Hey, stop being water-based.
Over here!
All the hydros.
Cue the spotlight! Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day! Surprise! Oz, reveal thyself!
This is annoying. It's like, I want to use Besiege, mean.
Be amazed!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Whoa, that felt very, very odd. What is going on? Where are we? Back to Siege Ring. Up we go. What are we looking at in here? Oh, hello. Is there anything in here to destroy? Like, why are you even here? Okay. Like, why was that there? Is there anything to destroy? Don't think there is. Alright, let's get the other two. Again, probably still best to go from here, isn't it? Float on over. Hello, Mecha. How you doing? No? Okay. Don't see a bubble. I see a bubble now. Head right for that bubble. Oh. I wonder if it's going to be a case of this one takes me to the other one. That was just straight in on that. The other ones had these like big puzzles and then like... Huh? Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, like, well, you can't just do that now. Like, where was the puzzle bit? Or the fighting bit, you know. But it did it. It did it. Oh. So I'm shooting in and around, right? So in and up. There we go. What did he do to the gravity to make this happen, I wonder? Right, so where did you go? Or was that it? Okay, okay. Bloop. So that's our way in, I assume. Gotcha! So have I activated these already? Because it doesn't look like I have. Where's the opposite for you? I don't think it's down there. It's gonna be in there, isn't it? It's gonna be in there, alright. Give me that. There you are. Approaching the edge. Right, so what did that do? I gotta do it quickly? There we go. Lovely. Right. Final one then. Oh well, I'm assuming it's the final one. Be like, well, you need to do it 4 more times, and there's 4 other things there. Okay. Nothing earlier, I only saw 4, so this will probably be it. Keep. She's adorable with the little keep noise. Very, very ominous. Right, straight for the bubble. Ooh. Oh. I was gonna say, how are we gonna solve that issue? I thought I was gonna get all of them, but no. That's it, right? Oh. What? Stop it. Ah, don't randomly do that game. Yeah, oh no. I need to get in to swim back up and I can't do that. All because of the changing camera angles, it threw me off. Get the waypoint, there we go. Right, back again. Got an itchy ear randomly. No idea why. Pretty strange. Don't normally have that though, do you? Itchy ears. Normally. Alright. So at least it didn't reset the bubbles. Because that would have been annoying. Imagine doing all that shooting again and be like, ugh. I mean, I imagine I've still got to do this one there, but still. Alright, make sure we're over it, and whoop!
Yeah!
Yeah! I was ready to do it and all, but no.
Don't slip and fall.
Don't slip and fall. Don't slip and fall! You don't want to slip and fall on this bit, do you? No. What's that over there? No, nothing. It's nothing, don't worry about it. Oh! Was that always hiding in there? Could I have gone to that from the start? It's one of those bubble things down there as well, I see it. I think the colour palette changing has made a few things more obvious around the place. So I can see all these, like, little chests and things that I don't normally see. Where are we looking? Oh, can we go straight to it? We can. Talk to Raymondo. Well, yeah, but I want to see about... There's odd bits of light as well. They're very strange. Just odd. Just circles of light. Very weird. Anyway.
Shower me with praise.
I want to see about taking this thing out.
Here.
See if there's a chest inside it. Just waiting for the animo to come around. Damn bubbles! I'd do the same to you if I could. But you're Hydro, so Siege Queen's bubble will not work on it. Although, speaking of, I should do that so I get a heal at least. There we go.
Surprise!
Oh, that's why you're doing bubbles, are you?
Cue the spotlight! By royal decree!
Oh, I was going to try and bubble him. Ah, well. Yeah, get a bit of payback, but...
A very nice treasure for a very lovely person.
Indeed. Indeed. Where was that chest as well? It was down here, wasn't it? I want to see about getting that while I can. You know, while I remember that it exists. Go get it. It was here-ish, wasn't it? Here. Yeah, oh god. Something really going on here. Well, I haven't got a Hydro Core. I did see them here. I saw you there, so... How did I miss this? Very strange. No, that. But I didn't want that, I wanted that one. Is that everyone? I think so. Yeah.
A very nice treasure for a very lovely person.
Yeah, that sends you away. Very well.
Don't slip and fall.
I think we got everything there, didn't we? Cool, right. Count that as done, that bit. Going back over here. Hello. That Mr. Necker really knows how to create trouble for others. Just like that boss of his, Edwin Eastinghouse. What are you doing here? We can't really catch a break here. Not only did the explosion break off the condensing components of the device, but it also destroyed the self-sustaining system of the inhibitor. I'm about to remove the two backup pneumosia cores in the experimental field generator and use them to supply energy to the inhibitor. Luckily, this big fella can't move, otherwise we wouldn't even have time to run. It's just not moving right now, you mean? Hey, knock on wood, don't say things like that. But if it actually starts moving, it will, hopefully. Don't worry, its main source of energy is that big chunk of Archeum behind it. Although the Archeum has transformed into an activated state, the explosion damaged all of the energy supply lines, so it's lost all of its energy supply. The Archeum kinetic core should be right here. Where did... hold on, you said that the cores were a backup energy source? And isn't the activation condition for the backup energy sources the complete loss of energy? Oh, uh-oh. Hey! I was waiting for this. Like, come on.
Let my name echo in song! magic Shadow Raven, Blood Knight.
Right.
Calm down. I swear, it's for medical research.
Destroyed. It stopped? I knew you could do it. Quick, grab those 2 cores. Let's go hook up that power. That was so quick. Just like before, you go connect the energy source and I'll adjust the device. Is it okay now? Finally, it's stabilized. The Arceum has transformed into an inert state. We in the Fontaine Research Institute are safe. For now. But it seems there are even more secrets. As for the things you'd like to know, I will happily answer. But not right now. Oh, come on. What I can tell you now, based on my hypothesis, is that Mr. Naka stole the Arceum kinetic core and triggered this small explosion. But before explaining in too much detail, we should return to the Institute and place the proper notation and partitions into this interlude. Or at the very least, we need to stop Miss Journalist from getting more deeply involved. The Arceum kinetic core is connected to too many other matters, and we must handle it in completely confidentiality. So I would like you to cooperate with my work. Cooperate with your work? You're not saying to play along with your lies, are you? Scary as something is, the more you should share it with others. Then we can all work together to deal with it faster. I have my doubts about that, you too? Every matter has its own way of being dealt with, and in this instance, we must first call for silence. But I promise that I would never have you steer from your moral standards or demand that you have the same standard of behavior as we do. All I ask is for you to remain quiet. You need not do anything else. You might be wondering why I would have you remain silent while telling you the truth. I'll just come out and say it now. You coming here is the only good fortune that our institute has had in nearly 100 years. No matter what happens or what the cost is, we must maintain good relations with you. I'm sure Mr. Choi Sool feels the same way. Is transparency something you'd consider a cost as well? Yeah, you're only just telling us the truth now, which you should have done ages ago. So what sort of cost is that? Dear Sir, Paimon, telling the truth honestly is in truth the greatest price one can pay. Let's go back. I ask sincerely for your understanding and to provide all necessary cooperation. So is everything back to normal now? Like, is the sky not purple anymore? It still seems a bit ominous over here. But we'll see. I mean, they're blue again. So, you know, that's something. It's something. I mean, it looks roughly how it did previously, so... Okay, we'll consider that normal. Miss Crony, everything we do is in the best interest of the people of the court of Fontaine. What you're saying is that the Fontaine Research Institute predicted the explosion just now. Are you kidding? Do you think I'm a guestionnaire? You can't hoodwink me that easily. I think Monsieur Choiseul has expressed himself clearly enough. The situation is still under control. The status quo of the court of Fontaine will not be adversely affected. Now, allow me to make a statement explaining the events that really occurred. That's enough, mister. I don't believe you for a second. Tritica, you should have seen everything, right? I'm begging you, tell me the truth. I'm telling you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I'm all ears, my dear Twitica. You tell Crony everything that has happened from beginning to end without omitting anything. About the large Arceum and the experiment field generator. About Naka, who is missing and could be alive or dead, and about Raimondo's accusation of him having stolen the Arceum kinetic core. And of course, what Raimondo cares about most, the central laboratory ruins that could explode again at any time. I'm shocked. Mr. Choi Sool, were you aware of this? Of course I am. My goodness! So the Fontaine Research Institute doesn't even have the courage to face their own mistakes? Just to cover up the fact that you couldn't deal with the Archean problem? You did absolutely everything you could? What I find most surprising is that you even tried to trick Twitica, who's been doing their utmost to help. You even wanted to use Twitica's credibility to convince me that Naka was behind all of these crimes. Huh? Crony, did you really understand? I completely understand everything, dear Paimon. Thank you for dropping such subtle hints for me. Hints? Did we drop any hints? Of course, I know that the Institute really wants to hide the fact that the central laboratory ruins can explode at any time. Or to put it another way, Archeum is still a threat to the entire court of Fontaine. Ridiculous. A person's life isn't something you can throw away to help spread your own lies. I have already told you the truth, Miss Crony. Please listen to a final word of advice. It takes only the slightest bit of effort to fixate on something, but it also always takes more brainpower to avert your gaze from it. Enough, I won't listen to another word you say, nor will I dwell on this. Your words, deeds, and all the facts concealed by the Institute will be reported on in the next issue of the Steambird. Good day, gentlemen. Oh my. Miss Crony strides away. Thank goodness, that's finally over with. Oh, and thank you too, Twitica. I didn't do what you asked me to. I thought you would, You thought I would throw a tantrum at you and scold you for not doing what I said? My dear Twitica, since the very beginning your job has only been to escort the researcher to the ruins for an expedition. What I asked you to do was above and beyond the call of duty. It would have been great if you kept your silence, as that would have saved us a lot of trouble in the future, yes. But it's not necessarily bad that you told her the truth. I believe that now that Miss Crony has gotten what she wants, she will no longer bother us for the time being. She's gonna tell the public everything, you know that, right? I believe she will do that. I hope the people of Fontaine will like the truth she publicizes. But as for us, we still have much to be concerned about. For example, the whereabouts of Mr. Naka and the Archeum kinetic core. But shouldn't we first give you a few awards as well? Monsieur Toisel? Would you do the honors? Oh, of course, that's right. I've already prepared everything. There's a certificate trophy, and other forms of remuneration too. But before that, let's take a group photo together. The one we took before had an unseemly explosion in the background. The new photo must be decent enough to be worthy of your status as our honorary senior researcher. Choisul and Raymondo stand in the same position as before, and an institute researcher takes a photo for everyone. Perfect. Look at us. A decent bunch of decent people. The scene just isn't explosive enough. Hey, stop it. No more exploding. Any more explosions of Paimon will have nightmares. This certificate and trophy are for you. I'll post a copy of the cert on the Institute bulletin board later. I hope our researchers will follow your example. On this path, we must strive to take the lead, overcome all obstacles, and put in 120% of our... I actually have more questions for you. Of course, I know what you want to ask. Even though your questions are all, extremely complicated, I'm willing to answer them. In any case, I believe we'll have more opportunities to work together in the future. Honorary Senior Researcher. Why, thank you. Oh, we're done? This ends here? We're done? Is there a follow-up to that? But where did he go? Is he dead? I don't think he's dead. What? What happened? What happened up there? Surely we'll find out in the future, right? Right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because there's not like another quest now, so... Huh. Right, so what Don't slip and fall. What I'm thinking we'll do then is... I'm assuming we'll end this part here, and in the next part... we'll head off and start doing Bedtime Story, Chapter 4, Act 4. It's an Archon quest. Cold case commissions were heading back to Sumeru. Why there? Why there? That's the question. We'll see about that in the next part, though. See you then. Oh, I forgot we got 59. I was going to say 49. We got 59, didn't we? We'll go get that while we're here. May as well.
Add extra applesauce.
Add extra applesauce. Yes, yes, yes. It's like 1 rank to go now. More fragile resin. I need that because I want to get Sigewin's friendship level up. Want to get that up. Be lovely. Hello, Mr. Kitty. Don't slip and fall. It's the kitty. It's adorable. It's just adorable. Anyway, now we'll end this part here, and we'll see you in the next part with the Archon quest. Ta-da for now.